Hello, parents, students, and families. This is Dr. Newman, the proud superintendent of Alpine Union. I realize that we've all received a tremendous amount of emails over the past several weeks, so I wanted to reach out and take a moment to share a few updates via video and share with you our plans for our distance learning, our support we'll be providing our students, and of course, our plans to reopen schools in the future. Let me begin by saying that we take seriously our obligation to ensure that we are preparing and planning for virtually any emergency that could create large-scale impact to our schools, our community, and of course, all of our campus operations. I'm proud to share that on the same day we closed schools, our staff were able to put our emergency plan into place, and on the following Monday, we're able to begin providing meals to our students in our community, as well as Chromebooks to our students. Our distance learning plan has been crafted in collaboration with our teachers and staff. Our goal with our distance learning instruction and all of our related educational activities is to teach our students the essential standards and content as it was before, and to keep students working towards end-of-year expectations. A tremendous amount of time, planning, and training for our staff has occurred. In fact, over the last 3+ weeks, staff, and that includes teachers, administrators, and support staff, have been working closely with trainers to move forward on our distance learning plan. While we have a well-crafted plan, I do ask and hope that you'll share your feedback with us. Shifting from learning in the classroom to fully online in a short period of time is a huge undertaking, and we will work to continuously improve our strategies. We have been a Google district for many years, and we will begin fully utilizing most of the options now available through Google Education applications. All of our teachers will be utilizing Google Classroom as their primary source for distance learning. As a side note, we've created an AUSD Learning Central site for our staff that will serve as a repository for all district resources and curriculum. Our staff will continue to use district-adopted curriculum and other learning resources. There are 3 main strategies we'll be using in our distance learning plan. We do not expect students to be in front of screens all day. We realize that so many of you are juggling working, being at home, and helping teach your children. We know this situation is not easy, and our plan focuses on striking a balance with our teaching strategies. Therefore, teaching will include a range of strategies, including synchronous, where class interactions happen in real time. Students may virtually attend class together via video conference, live stream, or chat. Most online learning, however, is a combination of both synchronous and asynchronous learning. And by asynchronous, I mean class interactions will happen via Google Classroom without real-time interaction. Students will engage in class material, complete work at their own pace, typically within a given time frame, often using discussion boards, Google Docs, and other resources to drive peer-to-peer and peer-to-teacher engagement. And lastly, low-tech and no-tech options. Not all distance learning requires technology. There will be low-tech and no-tech ways of learning that teachers will provide and suggest to you. Again, we realize this is a partnership with you and your child. We take that seriously and hope you'll continue to provide your feedback. We'll also be providing weekly digital citizenship lessons to students. We think it's important that our students learn to be effective and appropriate digital citizens. Again, screen time. We do not want to reinforce the point. We do not expect students to be in front of the screen all day. And lastly, instruction. There will be times for direct instruction, obviously, online. There'll also be time for office hours for you or your child to work in small groups with teachers, to reach out to get support, and for teachers to respond to any questions that are both parents and students will have. Over the last several weeks, we provided approximately 40% of our students with a Chromebook, and we're pleased to do that. We realize that for some, internet access is an issue. We are working hard to come up with creative solutions. So if you are having difficulty with high-speed internet access, please reach out to us so we can problem solve with you. During this time, it is critical that we continue to provide social and emotional support. We will provide access to our counselors, a social worker, and a coordinator of student services Monday through Friday each week during the closure. Our staff will have office hours and will be regularly checking in with students and staff to determine who needs of support. We, of course, can no longer do home visits during this pandemic, but we've built a solid system to check in with students. We're concerned about those students for whatever reason may not be checking in, so we ask that all of us, that you in particular, help connect with your friends and others to make sure we're all staying connected in this trying time. We will, of course, continue to provide special education services. Our staff are working on creative options to ensure we provide all of our students and those with specific needs the support that they need. We'll continue to provide grab-and-go meals for students in our community each Monday at Boulder Oaks from 11 to 12. We know that getting back to, quote, normal life is critically important for us. We've already been working on a flexible plan for instructional continuity for the future. Let me begin by saying the safety of our students and staff is paramount and at the forefront of all of our work. This week, we're beginning to clean and sanitize all of our schools using CDC guidelines, and we have created a flexible plan that takes into a range of options that may occur when we return to school in the fall. I want to also share a few important updates. First, please make sure we have your most up-to-date contact information. That is done by Synergy, going to Synergy and ensuring that that information is current. We're already processing refunds for field trips and other things to parents. Medication returns, we're working on ensuring that all medications at schools are returned to families. And school office hours. Beginning later this week, you'll get a communication about when office hours will begin. Our staff in our office will be available virtually via email, phone, or video conferencing to answer your questions. And of course, registration for next year. Right before the closure of schools, we sent out information for you regarding your plans for next year. We use those documents to plan accordingly for next year. So we ask that you communicate, if you haven't, with your office staff regarding plans for next year. And also staying connected. As I shared, this is a trying time for all of us. We really want to stay closely connected with you. So please reach out to your principal, teacher, or office staff for any communication or support we may provide. All of our staff in our district, starting with our Board of Trustees to our district school and leadership staff, our teachers, support staff, are focused solely on the success of our students and families. More than ever, we believe unity is strength. And let me end by saying, on behalf of all of our staff, we appreciate your partnership, support, and trust in us, and we look forward to this next steps of learning with you.